Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Stephen Harrell and I'm here at the Tiny House Listings warehouse. And today I wanted to give you a quick tour of this beautiful 24-foot tiny house that we just finished and let you check it out. And it just so happens to be for sale, so let's do this. So the first thing that I wanted to point out on this tiny house is that it has LP Smart siding and it's lap siding, and this is a really good product. It's a 50-year product. And when you buy one of these tiny houses from us, you can pick any color scheme you want. We typically do 2 color schemes, one that wraps around the entire house and then one on the front. And then on the front part, we do that in a board and batten style, as you can see. So it's the siding that's little strips of trim. And it turns out really well. I like the color scheme. But yeah, LP Smart siding is a very ideal siding option for a tiny house because it's very durable. And again, like I said, if it's treated well and it's taken care of and it's painted when needed and things like that, it's a 50-year product. On all of our tiny houses, we add a water spigot. That way, if you need to water your plants or anything like that, you can hook up a regular water hose right there. Also, in each tiny house that we build, we also add a front exterior GFI outlet. That way, if you're outside or whatever and you need power, you can just hook up to that. So on this particular tiny house, we decided to use gas. There's 2 flavors that you can have tiny houses as far as cooking and water, and that's either electric, so you have an electric tanked hot water heater, or you can have an on-demand gas heater that you could use just a typical grill style propane tank, or you can have a much larger tank to have to prevent from doing so many refills. And then also you can cook either with a 2-burner electric cooktop or a 2-burner gas propane cooktop, and on this one it uses propane. You'll see that when we get inside. So up there you can see there's 2 vents. One is for the shower. In the bathroom area there's a fan to exhaust all of the moisture, and then the other one is a vent for when you're using the water, like in the kitchen and things like that. And then for the water, standard water hose can be hooked up here, no problem. And then the exit right here, there's anywhere you can have the water go anywhere you want, but this is a 3-inch standard RV style outlet, but you can plug it into anything you want to do, a holding tank, septic, sewer, whatever it is you want. And the entire tiny house is connected to electricity via a 50-amp plug, which you can use an adapter if you like, and hook it up directly to your house, and that helps bring energy or power into the entire house. And you get heating and cooling to the tiny house via this mini split unit, which is very quiet and very efficient. So in this particular tiny house, we decided to put cedar shingles on the gables just to give it some more aesthetics and give it a pretty look. On the front, it's brown on gray, and we thought this would look good brown on gray on the gables as well. Then on the roof, which is currently a little dusty, we just need to wash that off, but we use metal, dark gray metal roofing. Okay, so I showed you everything there is to know about the exterior of the tiny house, so let's go to the interior. So we're in the inside of this 24-foot tiny house. As you can see right off the bat, we have downstairs sleeping. This is one of the most requested features that we've had, which is why we decided to build this model. A few weeks ago, we did a tiny house tour of another one that is sold recently, went all the way up to Maine from here in North Carolina. And we let people know that this tiny house was built on the feedback of over 200,000 people that responded to us to let us know what is it they're looking for in a tiny house. And this is the result of that. So we're back here in the bedroom space of the tiny house. As you can see, we have put shelves on the back right here, so people could you could put boxes up there for storage, however you wanted it. And we purposely left some storage out because we're finding that some different people have different storage needs. So in this particular tiny house, before it gets sold or for the person gets shipped out, whoever the person happens to be, the purchaser, we'll add some more storage. But we like this wall right here to put a TV on the wall, because you can see we've added a power outlet there. This way you can put the TV on a swivel, so when you're laying in bed it could face this way, and then if you're sitting on the couch you can swivel it this way too. So on this tiny house, for the walls we did shiplap, solid wood siding, and for the ceiling we did pine tongue and groove. And I think these two together look really beautiful. We're noticing that the shiplap just has a much better feel. It's more rigid. Weighs a little bit more, but I think it's worth the weight. So of course, whoever buys this tiny house or anyone like it can set up or configure the tiny house however they want. But we put a little bench here for a seating area. You could put a chair here, lazy boy, whatever it is that you think would work out best for you. You could even put more storage here, a bench style seat with storage underneath it, all kinds of storage ideas and configurations. But this could absolutely make for a good seating area to sit opposed to whoever it is sitting on the couch. So yeah, ideas and possibilities are endless. All right, so now we're in the kitchen area of the tiny house, and as you can see immediately that all the cabinets have been painted a beautiful emerald green with brass hardware. That's a look that we think is kind of trendy right now, and we think it just looks nice. And on top of the kitchen are butcher block countertops, stainless steel sink, and 2-burner cooktop stove. So on the opposite side of the tiny house kitchen, we have a nice size, decent sized little fridge here that you can store lots of stuff in, freezer, and refrigerator below. And then below it, we added a nice little storage compartment here, so you could put pots and pans and things like that underneath. Directly above the refrigerator, we added some nice storage. So this particular tiny house makes use of a storage loft above the bathroom area. Now this is not a sleeping loft. This is just for storage. And because it doesn't have an egress window or anything like that, it's not recommended that you let people sleep up there. But anyways, yeah, it's absolutely perfect for storage items that you need to retrieve just from time to time. Our tiny houses come with a smoke detector. Also come with a fire extinguisher. The house is also NOAA/ANSI certified. All right, before we move into the bathroom area, I wanted to point out this interior door that we use. You'll notice a lot of tiny houses use pocket doors or they use barn style doors, which are fine. But for us, I've noticed, and people that work here at Tiny House Listings, that the pocket doors are just a little janky, and over time the track starts to break down and things like that. And it's just an added worry that we prefer not to do. And the barn style actually uses exterior space. So we would have to move all this over a little bit to make space for the barn style. We just didn't want to do that. And also you'll notice when you open up the door, it really causes no issues. It does. If someone's cooking, they can be over here. If you need to get in the fridge, you can just close the door. Not a big deal. So we prefer these hinge style doors. Give a quick off the tripod bathroom tour for you guys. You can see we use the same shiplap and pine tongue and groove. And we have overhead lighting, a nice light above the vanity, propane, that's your hot water heater. And then there's a GFI outlet you can see right over there. So you can plug in your hair dryer, whatever it is you need. Nice vanity with a barn style door, lots of storage underneath, flush toilet. Now, if you were to buy this particular tiny house, we could of course move this flush toilet out of the way and put a compost toilet there if you want, or we could keep it just as is. Nice 36-inch one-piece shower with an exhaust fan above, like I was showing you before in the tour, and that gets vented outside to prevent moisture and build up and things like that. This area, beside the refrigerator, you could put yourself a nice little work area, sitting area, multi-use space, whatever it is you want to do down there. This is just a real small set that we have, but of course you could do something much bigger. If you've made it this far to the video tour, I just want to thank you for watching this video. Our goal is to build in 2023 is to really ramp up these style of buildings and these style of tiny houses, and we want to be able to solve quite a few problems, and one of them for sure is the affordable housing issue. It's a big problem here in the United States and elsewhere, so we want to help figure out how we can help that even more directly by building these tiny houses, and we want them to be affordable and certified. So if you're interested in this tiny house, click the link below. If you want to learn more about these, just general information, you can email us at modeltiny@tinyhouselistings.com. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next video.